During this video segment, I will show you how you can view the available standards listings that we have available and how to order any standards that you so desire. So let's go to the available standards listing tool. It's under benchmark, a available standard listing. And notice that it talks in here that as part of your setup fee for Curriculum Track, you get the ELA, Math, Science, and Social Studies for free. However, if you've been using the product for several years and you decide to change the math standards, there would be a small fee associated with those. Or if you want to choose standards in another area, there's a small fee associated with those as well. So here's the programs that we have in Curriculum Track. And so for instance, if you wanted to explore what standards we have available, for instance, in information technology, you can choose that, click search, and notice that there are Adventist Education, Alabama, Arizona, Australian, Indiana, several versions of Indiana, and specifically getting into computer programming and web design. The ISTE standards, Maryland, Massachusetts, and Wisconsin, and so forth. If you want to further define it, you can do that as well. So for instance, if I choose Wisconsin information technology, then it gets down to just that list. Or if you wanted to, for instance, look up Indiana, because you've heard they have good standards, but you don't want to restrict yourself to just one program area. You can go to the top and choose all programs once again. And so now what it's going to show you is all the Indiana standards and benchmarks that we have currently. And it has a nice description by each of these as well. Notice the fee to the right here. So this must be a really large list because typically they're going to be in that $50 to $70 range. This is probably a fairly small list for $30. And if you want to view these, you can click view and see what those standards and benchmarks are, and you can study those further. If I click on this one, notice, yeah, sure enough, there's almost 2,000 benchmarks. It's a pretty extensive list. So again, you can view these, read over them, have your teachers take a look at them. But once you make a decision, if you, for instance, say, I would like to have these health benchmarks, notice that it adds that as a request, and I could submit that. Maybe you want to order several of these at the same time. So we're going to actually order health, music, and personal finance. And so now notice it has those three added in to our shopping cart, totaling $170. And so now if you want to submit that request, you simply click Submit Request. And as it says, within 1 to 2 business days, we should have those standards uploaded for you. Notice even though it had a shopping cart capability, you're not able to pay online with this, but you will receive an invoice just like you do with all your other invoices with probably in the next day or two. And you can pay that online or you can send it in a check with it. Just look closely at the bottom of that invoice and it'll have those instructions. And then as soon as that process is done, our support team will let you know that those benchmarks have been uploaded for you. And then at that point, you should be able to go to, I can't remember what I ordered, health, and you should be able to see those uploaded for you. So again, available standards listing, you have the ability to do lots of searching, viewing, take your time, but then once you're comfortable, go ahead and order those from us. If you are hoping to find a list that we don't have, be sure to let us know just by going to Help Support Center, submit a support ticket, and include a website link to the list that you want. What we will do then at that point is we will go ahead and go to that link, study and analyze the list that you sent to us, and we'll get back to you with a quote of what it will cost for us to prepare and upload those for you. This now concludes this video segment.